Melissa. Good evening and welcome to the City Council regular meeting for Monday, February 2nd, 2026. If you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome this evening to a packed house. Go ahead and, are there any additions or corrections to the agenda?
No, sir.
Seeing none, we'll move the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
We are approved, and we will start out this evening with item 3, presentations, proclamations, and acknowledgements. And the first is our officer oath of office. I'll turn it over to Chief.
Mayor, members of council, city administrator, and staff, it's my privilege and honor to be here tonight as we celebrate 2 of our officers taking the oath of office. These 2 officers tonight were part of a program to strengthen law enforcement agencies in Minnesota, which actually was only developed a couple years ago. If I can give you a little bit of history on how this program developed, on December 10th, 2024, Governor Walz and the Commissioner of Minnesota Department of Public Safety, Bob Jacobson, announced a significant grant to support law enforcement. The grant was called the Intensive Comprehensive Peace Officer Education Training Program, or ICPOET. The ability to make this happen was a result of many hands working together across the aisle of politics for the common goal of strengthening our law enforcement community. One of those individuals who tirelessly worked on this was our own rep, John Hoyt. I'm not sure if he's here tonight. He's going to try to make it, but he was instrumental in making sure that our voice here in Dakota County and the city of Rosemont was heard. This groundbreaking initiative was created to address Minnesota's growing need for highly trained peace officers, aimed to enhance public safety while fostering trust and accountability between the communities we serve. The ICPOET program combined academic coursework, technical skills training, mentorship to equip participants with tools needed to succeed in the modern policing era. Governor Walz said, "We need to do anything we can to make sure we're supporting them across the board." As we here in Rosemont realized too, we were seeing a decline of qualified applicants. In order to seize what was out there, we realized that many of our qualified applicants did have a 2- and 4-year college degree, but were also committed to other vocations to support their family, their friends, and what they needed to do. And so in 2024, we went on and we asked for the grant to see if we could get money to establish this program in our city. We were able to commandeer $150,000, and that provided 3 different opportunities for individuals here within our city and our greater community. So we went to work. Our recruitment team went into high gear, and the process of hiring was in full swing. At the end of the day, the department recognized 3 individuals who stood out. 2 of these were currently working as community service officers, and the 3rd was working at the Dakota County Correctional Facility. Tonight, we'll be honoring 2 of those wonderful individuals at the oath of office. So the first one I would like to talk about is JALEN SNEDDEKER. JALEN was hired in the spring of 2025. He came to Rosemont from the Dakota County Sheriff's Department, where he served there from April 2017 to October of 2024. During his tenure with Dakota County, he was promoted to the rank of sergeant, and he was part of the Dakota County Honor Guard team. And he said this assignment changed my outlook on law enforcement and has given me something that will impact me for the rest of my life. I had a chance to speak with Sheriff Lico the other day, and he remembered JALEN, and he said, "It is to our credit that we have him here," and selfishly, he wished that he would have stayed with the department in Dakota County for his career. JALEN graduated from Hastings High School in 2012 and went on to receive his BA degree in criminology and a minor in coaching from the University of Minnesota Duluth in 2016. In 2024, he attended Hennepin Technical College through the ICPOET program and graduated in March of 2025 with a certificate in law enforcement skills. Once completing law enforcement skills, JALEN returned to Rosemont and started the 2nd phase, which is the field training program. After 3 months of focused real-time training, he was officially released on his own. JALEN said this, "I chose Rosemont because of the amazing opportunity they gave me with the ICPOET program. I was able to get paid at a competitive rate to go back to school and enhance my career. Rosemont is similar size to the town I grew up, so I was comfortable making the transition here. I will always appreciate Rosemont's mission statement in serving with honor, integrity, and courage, especially with the challenges we have seen in law enforcement over the last decade, and which we continue to see. Tonight, the Rosemont Police Department, the City of Rosemont, are welcome and excited to see what Jalen has with his integrity, his work ethic, and character as he makes the choice of being a difference maker each and every day for our community. Jalen wants to thank his family for sticking by him, being his foundation through the journey. There have been countless times when I had to rely on them for doing long work hours, being there for my sons, or just venting after a long day. They never gave up on me, and they never questioned or they never gave up their wavering support. I also want to thank the City of Rosemont and the PD. Tonight we have some special guests. We have Jalen's two sons, Lincoln and Charlie. They're out there, I believe, and they'll be pinning the badge. We have brothers Jerry, Justin, Brandon, and Wesley. We have Father Kurt, Mother Jan, and stepmother Joanne. Now, as we've been waiting for, if I can have Jalen come up, if I can have the city clerk, and we will author the oath of office.
I, Jalen SNEDDEKER, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Minnesota. I will faithfully discharge the duties of an officer of the police department for the city of Rosemont and the county of Dakota and the state of Minnesota to the best of my judgment and ability. So help me God.
He's coming in for the stab.
The second individual I'd like to introduce to you tonight is BRAEDEN LECHER. BRAEDEN graduated from Rosemont High School in 2020. While he was in high school, he took courses through the District 196 in emergency service programs, which solidified his decision to pursue law enforcement. Upon graduating, BRAEDEN attended the University of Wisconsin-LeClair, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a minor in sociology. During his time at UW-LeClair, he volunteered with the LeClair County Victim Witness Services and Crisis Response Team, where he learned how to work with victims in crisis. BRAEDEN also worked in the Dakota County Sheriff's Office as a park ranger for 4 years during this time. BRAEDEN spent the time here with our city as a community officer prior to going to IC Poets. During that time, he got to spend time with law enforcement officers, both sworn and non-sworn, understanding the daily opportunities and the daily struggles of what it meant to be a police officer. So when he started the IC Poet program, he had a good idea of what he was walking into. In March of 2025, BRAEDEN successfully completed the program and received his certificate in law enforcement skills. Once completing the program, BRAEDEN returned back to Rosemont, where he started the rigorous field training program. After 3 months of continued training, testing, and in-field learning, he was released to be a solo patrol officer. BRAEDEN said this: "I chose law enforcement not only because of my interest from a young age, but for the real-time problem solving. Every day is something different, and I get to help people on their worst days by piecing together the puzzle which each call presents. Rosemont, to me, is home, and it's an amazing city to be raised in, and I look forward to giving back each and every day." BRAEDEN's ability to work through difficult situations, problem solve under pressure, show empathy and compassion to all while maintaining his integrity represents what 21st century policing is, and we're excited to have him as part of our team. BRAEDEN wants to thank his girlfriend Valerie, his dad Justin, his stepmom Denise, his mom Brita, his stepdad Jeremy, his sister Peyton, his brother Carter, his grandparents, aunts and uncles, and the other 20 people that he brought together. So BRAEDEN, why don't you come on up? City Clerk, if you come up and issue the oath of office.
I, BRAEDEN LECHER, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Army Dakota, and the state of Minnesota, to the best of my judgment and ability, so help me God.
You do every day.
So not only do you get your badge, you take your oath of office, and it's his birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Braeden. Happy birthday to you.
Who says we don't have fun? So Chief, do we get them all this evening, or are they all staying here? This would be pretty phenomenal if we get this for the rest of our meetings.
Do you have cake and ice cream back there?
No, we don't.
Skittles.
Skittles. Good deal.
Are they taking them? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now they're starting to leave. All right.
Okay, all right.
I was getting worried there a little bit.
I didn't know if we were doing a group picture.
I was worried.
Or not. Because last meeting,
Yeah.
we don't need to, I just didn't know.
We could have done the public, we could have done the police and public works while they were still here. Should have, yeah.
It's always interesting to note that the young gentlemen that are joining us have worked in the county and in fact growing up here in Rosemount. So it says a lot for our community, and we like seeing people joining our police force from out of our community and who've gone to high school here too. All right, as everyone's kind of filing out, we will go ahead and that'll complete items 3A and 3B. And we'll move on to 3C, the APWA award. We'll ask our Public Works Director to come up and share the news.
Well, I can, Mayor. Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I actually have a couple of guests from our Minnesota chapter of APWA here to do most of the talking. I don't think a lot of people want to listen to me with my voice as it is tonight anyhow, so
They're swimming
we'll wait
upstream
while
as
they file
everybody's
in.
leaving.
Yeah, it's we're getting used to going in order like this after the big show, but still proud and happy to do it. So I'll invite Eric Lemke and Richard McCoy up here, and what I'm going to do is start a little photo slideshow just to go in the background while they're chatting away. So take it away, Eric.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. As I don't know what Nick said, we were in the hallway trying to make our way in, so hopefully it gave us a good introduction. My name is Eric Lemke. Grateful to be here tonight to help celebrate this truly remarkable public works project, the Rosemount Public Works and Police Campus Project. Myself, I'm a principal engineer with Stantec, who works closely with public works agencies and communities like Rosemount to advance public works projects for about the past 28 years now. Additionally, I serve as the APWA's awards chair. Here in well, behind me is Richard, somebody you might know, Richard McCoy. He serves both as the Public Works Director and the City Engineer for the City of Robbinsdale. And with that, Richard serves with me on APWA's Awards Committee as well. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with APWA or what our organization is all about and its mission. The Minnesota chapter of the APWA has about 1,100 members strong, representing many public agencies, private consulting firms, industry vendors. What we really do is we advocate on the importance of all things pertaining to public works, the importance of advancing public infrastructure and the public service industry. Additionally, some of the other things is the stressing the importance of training, providing training programs for our public works professionals. Nick himself has been an active member in our organization for a number of years and is actually is our chapter's one of our past presidents. So it's been great to get to know Nick in that capacity as well. Lastly, I'll just share real briefly a little bit about the awards committee and the background of this recognition that you guys are receiving tonight. The awards committee is made up of about a dozen volunteers, of which, as I said, Richard and I are part of that committee. Each year, our committee solicits award nominations for both projects of the year, like the one that Rosemount is receiving, as well as personnel awards. With that, each of those are received in various categories, and you can imagine the diversity of, comparing one project to another. Determining winners is sometimes more challenging than others, but it definitely, you definitely see when certain projects rise to the top, and I can tell you that this one is one of those that really stood out. I can confidently say in discussing the project nomination that Nick and the consulting team put together, it was one of the easier awards that Richard and I had to have been a part of giving out. So you guys are truly deserving of APWA's Project of the Year in the Structures category. Lastly, I'll just close with the what constitutes going into the award. To be considered for this award, the following criteria must be met. The project must be substantially complete between January 1st and October 31st of 2025. It includes the use of innovation construction management techniques and the completion of the project on schedule. It must maintain excellent safety performance and a safety program throughout construction. Evidence of strong community relations during all phases of the project, which, from what I know, this project excelled at. Consideration given to the environment, sustainable design techniques involved, which, again, this project nailed that. Unusual accomplishments given adverse conditions, and you couldn't have constructed it at a more challenging time with the economic changes that were happening in the supply market. And then provide future value to public works profession and the perception by the public. And lastly, additional consideration given to value engineering, innovative project financing, and multi-agency coordination and participation. And with that, we'll let Richard just talk a little bit about beyond the criteria, what we really dove into as we looked at your project.
Mr. Mayor, council members, good evening.
Good evening.
As Eric mentioned, my name is Richard McCoy. I'm the Public Works Director and City Engineer for the City of Robbinsdale. I also serve on the Local Chapter Awards Committee. Been on that committee now for countless years. I can't remember how many, but it's fun and it's great to be able to recognise the people in the projects that make public works so special. And this project is certainly ticks all the boxes for that. So committee members get quite a number of applications come in, and we have to sort through them and sort the wheat from the chaff, if you like, to see which ones should be put forward as award winners. We have some different categories, and that works with the national level. I would expect Nick will be submitting this up to the national level to try and get national recognition for this project. It certainly deserves it. So this particular project, I think it was pretty evident by everybody that was reviewing the application that it is a sensational project. It really meets all of the criteria that we have for reviewing. And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and go over it in detail. You folk probably have a good understanding and feeling for the project already. I will say that Nick did have a bunch of us engineers over there to have a look through, and I'm entirely jealous. It's quite the facility. It's good for me too, because Robbinsdale's in the process of looking to redo our public works building. And you get some great ideas by going around and having a look at the best of the best. So very pleased I got that opportunity. And I think I'm going to try and get an office that's at least as big as what Nick has. Actually, I might get the dimensions and make it just a touch bigger so I can say I got a bigger office. So this particular project, you know, the city has been working on elements of this for many years, 2 decades. There was a vision to provide modern, expanded facilities to replace the mix of undersized and inefficient spaces for both police and public works. A facilities task force was organised with the end outcome being to co-locate public works and police at one facility. City Council engaged the broader community and kept them informed and involved. It was impressive to read about how the design team worked hand in hand with city staff, City Council to refine the functional layouts, to integrate modern aesthetics, and to ensure that the facility reflected community identity and civic pride. The site design considered systems that exceeded both local and watershed stormwater requirements. Also, vehicle flow and neighbourhood compatibility was a high focus as well. Sustainability was part of the project, with elements such as the reuse of roof runoff for vehicle wash water, smart irrigation, as well as the inclusion of native plants. We all love native plants. I love native plants. EV, solar readiness, smart lighting systems and operational efficiencies of the site were all elements that added to this project being set up to serve the community for many decades to come. The committee also acknowledged the extraordinary amount of focus put into the layout, focused on team unity by keeping leadership and frontline staff together. Shared spaces such as the large training room could double as an emergency operations centre. I like that idea. That's a really clever idea. Or be used for community meetings or multi-agency gatherings. Additionally, the investment in this campus facilities not only serve the Public Works and Police Department's day-to-day needs, but also has a strong focus on wellness, staff retention and training, as well as attracting the next generation to come to work for your city. The little firing range that you had there is pretty cool. Nick wouldn't let me have a turn at it, but it was pretty cool. You know, lastly, we know that projects don't happen like this, don't happen without the great support from the community, leaders like yourselves, and project partners. It was remarkable to see the success of communication with the city's vision to the community and others by creating an attractive project that was able to gather diverse funding support that it did. This includes everything from upfront land swap deals that saved over $2 million to the $25,000 grant from the Vermilion River watershed. This project serves as a role model for what is possible for future public works initiatives by demonstrating how community-driven planning and multi-department and agency collaboration can successfully deliver communities' goals. So with that, I'm told, oh, look at this. Originally, this was awarded back in November at the fall conference of the Minnesota chapter. But tonight we're going to represent Nick with the Project of the Year Award in the Structures category for the Public Works and Police Campus Project. So congratulations everybody involved with this. So again, we like getting out, celebrating the successes of the various award winners. We like to come to the communities in which they work or which the projects have been built, and just celebrate the successes. Too often, a lot of us in the public works field, we just get on with work and we don't kind of celebrate or seek to be recognised. So thank you for allowing us to be here. And Nick, if you've got any words.
Yeah, well, how can I follow that? You two guys just summed it up very nicely, and I'm glad for that because I don't feel like talking at real length right now. But I just want to, again, reiterate the journey that this required to make happen. I mean, it's a long time coming, countless hours of work, the shared visioning and efforts from all of our staff and yourselves and the community and helping make it a reality. That's why it deserves this type of accolade and to have a light shown on it out there in the public. So very happy to accept the award again, and we're hanging it proudly in our atrium over there at the complex, and for everyone to see. And like was alluded to, we are going to pursue the national level recognition in the late summer is when the winners will be announced for that. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Mayor, do you guys want to form up for a picture and accept the award officially? I think that'd be, they're here, might as well, right?
Thank you.
Thanks for your words. You come shoot anytime you want.
I think it blinked. Can we do that again? What's that? It blinked.
Oh, shoot, yeah, pop down, yeah. I'll edit it out with the TV.
Edit with eyes.
That TV is a big TV, I promise.
It actually is.
That one's good.
It's a good TV. Did you get rid of the little one?
The little guy's still in his key.
Is it? It is, okay. Okay, the little,
And I know the acronym
office one.
APWA was
With the
bandied
surround
around an awful lot, and just for those that may not know that, it's the American Public Works Association.
There you go,
So-
yeah.
Congratulations, and thank you very much. With that, that completes item 3C. We'll go ahead and move on to 3D, Robert Trail Library presentation. And I'll look to Logan, were you going to?
I can take it quick, Mayor, yeah.
Okay.
Every year, go ahead, Terry. Every year, we love to invite Terry Rumsas, the branch manager of Robert Trail Library, up for kind of an annual report. And so, Terry, I'll turn the mic to you to give us a recap of 2025.
All right. Thank you, Logan.
Welcome, Terry.
Thank you, Mayor, council members. It's a privilege to be here. Like Logan said, I'm the branch manager over at the Robert Trail Library. I've been over there now. It'll be 10 years this year will be my 10th year. So we've seen a lot of changes within the library in that time. Just like to provide you with a little update about the system and about the branch itself and some things in 2026. So looking back at last year, the visit number here, close to 150,000 visits to our local library here in Rosemont. So that number is up about 3% from the prior year, which is really impressive considering the prior year wasn't down. In 2024, we had our construction project with the solar panel, and that visit number was about the same as the year before. So the fact that we were able to keep the number of visits in 2024 from 2023, but then increase them a little bit is really good. The items checked out, 446,000. That's also an increase of about 3%. As we calculate items checked out, those are physical items checked out. Over the last 10 years, the issue with we don't monitor our progress simply by checkouts because of the advent of ebooks. That is not in that number there. So many fewer people check out DVDs and CDs and the media type stuff. So all of those collections literally are just over the last 10 years are, just collapsing in usage. Just, cars don't even have CD players anymore. So, we still purchase some of those items new. We don't buy as many as we used to. But with circulation going up still, it means other traditional media, magazines, books, kids' books, all of those items continue to go up in circulation every year. So the circulation may not be a ton, but when it's counting for the decrease in those media-focused ones, it's very impressive that we keep going up. The third number, the 78,000 people attended programs, that is system-wide in Dakota County. We do not keep a local number of attendance at individual programs. But we keep individual ones, but we don't separate it out in our stats that way. So as a system last year, we had over 78,000 visitors to our libraries for different programs, whether that be story time or other programs we offer throughout the year. So a couple system updates for this year. Currently we have Wentworth Library is closed because they are going through a remodel. They will reopen this spring. Burnhaven is scheduled to close this spring in Burnsville for roughly a year as they go through their remodel. They will get a temporary location site. It has not been official yet where it's going to be, but they will have a temporary location somewhere close to the library. They should be closed for about a year. Robert Trail remodel, there's no official date. I've seen a couple different county documents that say it could be roughly 2028 maybe. Maybe next year, 2027, we get a what they call basically like a review of the building, see what needs to be done, what would have to be updated. But we're either, I believe Westcott and Egan is ahead of us, and then it's us, or it's us and then Westcott. They keep kind of flipping back and forth every couple of years. The one in Westcott is such a big project, I don't really think they know exactly how long that's going to, what that's going to entail necessarily. So, but we're getting close. We've been there now since 2009, and we have not had a remodel to date. We've certainly had a few updates here and there, but nothing significant. So we're certainly due. From a technology standpoint, just last week the library instituted a new printing service, which it's similar to our old one, but it's much easier to use. It does allow customers to submit print jobs either online, and they can come into the library and print them, or printing from their mobile devices within the library will be much easier. Our old system was a little cumbersome, a lot of clicking. The website wasn't optimized for mobile, which didn't really work that well with a mobile device. This current system we have is much better, and we did just roll it out last week, so we are still working through a few hiccups here and there, but we'll get there in 2 or 3 weeks. It'll be smooth as can be. The other technology issue as it pertains to the 2026 budget is we did see a cut in the library budget this year, as most county departments did. We all know the fiscal challenges that of county government, and I'm sure you're going through local government challenges as well. So we were not immune from some cuts. We did do a little bit of staffing cut throughout the system, which the system should be able to absorb. It did not include any layoffs or anything like that, so we're thankful for that. One of the other things we did have to suspend was our Hoopla digital database, which was ebooks remotely. It was one of 2 services we offered, and we know customers enjoyed it and customers liked it. It wasn't a choice of getting rid of it due to lack of use. It was just simply a funding issue. We do still have ebooks available through our Libby database. People can get them that way, so e-audio and e-reading books. So, and then another technology one we will be cutting here coming up will be we had Wi-Fi hotspots that we would check out. We started this during the pandemic when people were homebound, and there was some grant money and stuff to get, so we started to check out Wi-Fi hotspots to people, which people really found useful, particularly in the southern part of the county, where I think Wi-Fi and internet connections can be a little more challenging sometimes. These Wi-Fi hotspots worked really well. But again, unfortunately, due to the budget cuts, they will be cut this year. They're still active now until the end of February, but they're winding it down as of 2026. So, system-wide, early in 2025, the library started a podcast. So we're up to 20 episodes now. You can find it on any of your, any place you download or stream podcasts, the Dakota County Library. Just a reminder that we do have self-service hours from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., 365 days a year, 7 days a week. And people can get that, can gain access to the library by getting a self-service card. They simply do that by going on our website, requesting a self-service card, and then going into one of the branches and picking it up. And we go through the process with them, how they can access the library at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. There is no staff there. It operates kind of on a model similar to what like one of the 24-hour gyms would operate, where you scan yourself in and such. So locally, Robert Trail building update. I already mentioned that kind of with the remodel, hopefully in a couple years. Currently, there's some scaffolding over our building now. They are doing some roof work that has to be done. And then in the near future, in a couple weeks, we will get new doors and things put on the library. So you'll see a little bit of update there. Staffing updates, unfortunately, this year our circulation supervisor, Peter Aldall, who's been with the library for 10 years, and some people may know because he also did a lot in the community and he worked with the voting. He volunteered at the polling stations. He resigned earlier this year. We were able to replace his position with a new circ supervisor. Her name is Megan. She's originally from Oklahoma, has a lot of experience, and she's just been on since the beginning of December. So. Service update, I was just going to mention the service that we have, the self-service hours, and a reminder everybody for that. So a couple library events I always like to mention. The student art display, which we do, the local schools, they get to put their art up in the library. We have a reception. It's a great way for the community to come together, and the schools and the kids to come to the library. Meet the Author program. We have probably the only type program in the county where we have regular authors come to the library, and this is in great part due to RAC and our collaboration with them getting the authors to come in. So that's a really kind of a standout event that's unique to Rosemont. Winter Reads program goes on every winter, kind of like an adults program for kids, kind of like an adult summer program for kids, adult reading program for that's similar to kids' summer reading program. So. Summer Discovery Program we offer again this summer. Last year we had over 600 people at our kickoff event, which was the most we've ever had at our kickoff event. So in my time there, maybe before there was more. But so with that, I'd just like to thank a couple people the library is always thankful for. The county commissioners, even when we go through times like this, when we do have to cut things, the county commissioners and the county managers, they're particularly very supportive of the library, and they understand the value we bring to the community, and they do their best to understand where we're at. And we certainly appreciate that. The facilities people who keep our buildings clean and running, and we're down to one boiler right now, but the reason we have one is because facilities are so good and otherwise we'd have none, so we appreciate them. Library administration, we appreciate their dedication and service to the Rosemont area as well. There was some turnover there. I did want to mention our library director, Margaret Stone. She resigned last September. Her position was replaced by our deputy director, Jen Reichert Simpson. She was promoted to library director. So we're happy to have her. Friends of the Robert Trail Library is very useful to us, and they're very dedicated to library service and programming in the Rosemont community. RAC, as I mentioned, and of course, the Rosemont community as a whole. So we thank them for their support. We wouldn't be here without them, and we really do value all the visits we see in the library every year. So with that, I'll just say thank you for the time tonight. I appreciate it. I'm certainly can stand for any questions if you have any for me.
Open up to council. Any questions or comments?
No, thank you.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank
I know
you.
when this was built, some time ago, it was a need recognized in the community, has been serving us since then very well. So thanks again, Terry.
Thank you.
That completes item 3D and completes all of items 3. We'll move on to item 4, response to public comment. Don't believe we have anything outstanding on that this evening. Moves to public comment, item number 5. Anyone wishing to come before council may do so at this time. Please state your name and address, and we ask that you limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. With that, the floor is open. Anyone may step forward to address a comment or question for the council. Anyone? Anyone? All right, seeing no one making their mad dash to the podium, that'll close the public comments for this evening. We'll move on to item 6. Consent agenda, we have items 6A through H. This evening we have bill listings, minutes of our January 20th regular meeting minutes, renewal of the consumption and display setup permit for the meeting point, approval of contract for new building permit software for our community development group, CIP reimbursement resolution, allowing us to manage bond issues for the fire engine and fire station remodeling that's upcoming, application to conduct off-site gambling by the Rosemont Hockey Association during a Leprechauns event, the Minnesota DOT agreement on Highway 3, the PED crossing enhancements, and the authorization for expenditures of opioid settlement funds that were originally distributed to the county, and this would get us our portion of that. Any items council members would wish to pull for further discussion or comment?
G.
Item 6G is pulled. Anything else?
Just G.
All right, so we'll move the consent agendas, items A through H, less G. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion and second to move the consent agenda, items A through H, less G. Roll, please.
Essler.
Aye.
Klimpel. Aye. Weisenthal.
Aye.
Fresky.
Aye.
And that completes the consent agenda except G for 4-0. And we have 6G up. Let's pull that one up. The Minnesota DOT agreement. Mr. Egger. And I'll turn it over to Councilmember Fresky.
I'm pulling this item. This has been a hot topic for a few of the community members I've been working with over the past couple years. So if you could just give an update on the great progress, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so this is, this agreement, cooperative construction agreement, provides the city with funding about 50% of the cost of installing 2 rapid rectangular flashing beacons, say that 5 times fast, along Highway 3. And we'll be doing those installations this coming summer. One of them is going to be installed at the existing crossing that's in front of the Steeple Center near the library, and the other will be installed at Lower 147th Street. These are 2 spots through analysis we determined could use a boost in visibility when pedestrians are looking to utilize those crossings. So submitted a local partnership program grant application to MnDOT in 2024. We were successful in that, of course, and meant to build these in 2025, but things got a little slow on process and administrative end of things, and so we had to delay to 26. But excited to be able to go forward. This agreement was kind of the last administrative step before we can go and get quotes from contractors to do the work. So look for that activity to be out there this coming summer.
That's great.
Great.
Okay. And with that, any other questions from other council members? Otherwise, would you like to move the recommended action?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve a cooperative construction agreement with MnDOT for cost share of rapid rectangular flashing beacon crosswalk enhancements along Highway 3.
Second.
Got a motion by Fresky, second by Klimpel. Roll, please.
Klimpel. Aye. Weisenthal.
Aye.
Fresky.
Aye.
Essler.
Aye.
That completes item 6G 4-0 and completes all of the items related to consent agenda item 6. We have this evening no public hearings in item 7 or unfinished business in item 8, new business in item 9, and we are to announcements, item 10. Mr. Martin, anything?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Just a quick update for the good of the community. The city council did meet with senior leadership team on Friday in our annual goal-setting session for about 5 hours or so Friday afternoon, and really appreciate the council's feedback and perspective shared. We're in the midst of our 5-year strategic plan, so casting a vision from 2024 through 2029. So it wasn't a full kind of upending of the strategic plan, but more a confirmation of the trajectory that the city is on. As a reminder, we know the community has the strategic plan well understood, but our four main pillars are to grow Rosemount, to create community connections, to provide a high quality of life, and then to do all that, we need to support a culture of high performance. And so staff and budget parameters and things of that nature to get things done. And then within there, each department head and senior leadership team had a chance to give a vision for what their 2026 looked like from kind of an initiatives and a work plan model. And so really exciting to do that and get council confirmation of a lot of really exciting things to come, a lot of work ahead of us, a lot of big things to tackle and take down, but we're looking forward to it. So that was the only update that I wanted to share from a staff perspective tonight, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. And we have our upcoming community calendar. First, I'll reach out to council members. Anything that you want to announce? Anything?
I'll do a little plug. The Leprechaun Days is having their halfway to Leprechaun Days Bingo Bash on Saturday, February 28th. And you can go out to our website, leprechaundays.org, or find us on Facebook to purchase your packets, pre-purchase it. Last 2 years, we have sold out the tables prior to the event. So we do that in partnership with our gambling partner, Rosemont Area Hockey Association, which we just approved earlier this evening. But it's at the Steeple Center on the 28th, and it begins at 4 p.m.
Any other items? So coming up for city council, let's see, the next item up here, City Hall will be closed on President's Day. That'll be February 16th. Our next gathering is the Port Authority meeting, February 17th from 6 to 7, followed by the City Council meeting from 7 to 8 p.m. here at City Hall. And with that, there is no other business to come before council. We will adjourn the City Council meeting and return to our work session efforts back in the conference hall. So with that, motion to close. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? We are closed for this meeting, adjourning to work session. Thank you.